Everybody says to enjoy the journey. No, that's wrong. Everybody who's already in the comfort of the destination says to enjoy the journey. It's like, easy for you to say. You've already had yours. And it's not that that's the wrong advice. It's just the wrong time for it. Because nobody in the middle of their journey, in the middle of their mission, in the middle of the thing that they're trying to attain, is going to enjoy it. And if you are, then you're going to be the person who looks back at their journey and realizes there's nothing really to look back on. You see, the journey actually shouldn't be enjoyable. You actually shouldn't enjoy the journey. Because it's the pain, the arduous adversary, the conflict, the sleeplessness, the loss of friends, the loss of the things you love, sometimes to a little extent the loss of yourself, the sacrifices that you had to make that make the journey something worth looking back on. It's like, who has ever gone through a super just easy period of time and then look back on that time and been like, damn dude, that was sweet, that was sick? It's like, no. You look back and regret, like, dude, why were you waking up so late? Why didn't you start that thing you said you were? It's like the thing that makes a journey worth looking back on and enjoying, and then saying one day, oh man, I wish I enjoyed the journey more, right? It's like, no, you don't wish you enjoyed the journey more. Because if you did enjoy the journey more, then right now you wouldn't be saying you wish you enjoyed the journey more, because looking back on it, it wouldn't seem enjoyable. And the caveat is, every once in a while you might see a rose or two, right? Hopefully not every day, hopefully not too many of them, but you will see some if you look for them, because they do exist. And not stopping for a second and smelling the roses, it would truly be a waste. So I'm not saying don't do that. You absolutely should. But that's the minutia, the nitty-gritty. That's in the details. From a macro level, no, it should not be enjoyable at all. Like, it's just not true. But they always say it. They always say, enjoy the journey. Don't forget to enjoy the journey. It's like, no. Don't enjoy the journey. The journey should suck. And the more your journey sucks in the moment, the more it's going to be worth looking back on. And that's the only thing that you should enjoy in the moment. You should enjoy how shitty of a situation you're in, because you know that's what's going to make it so rewarding in the future. That's what's going to make it worth looking back on. And don't get me wrong, there's two kinds of shitties, right? There's a shitty because you are doing so much of all the right things, and there's a sacrifice. And there's shitty because you're doing so much of the wrong things. And just because your life sucks doesn't mean you're gonna look back and be like, that was amazing, that was crazy. Pat yourself on the back. That's not what I mean, right? Everyone should ascend from their current state of being and meditate on this exact thing. You should pretend that the last year of your life has been filmed, every second of it, and it was somehow condensed into a perfectly harmonious movie. And now you're in a parallel universe watching yourself here on Earth live your life on a movie screen, a big one. It's like, okay, now this is a thought exercise. Do it with me. Okay, think about it. Think about your life over the last year. Watch the movie. Take a few key points. Take some of the most consistent things that you're doing every day and put it into the movie. And now you're watching yourself live, and it's live. What would be the recurring thing that you're constantly screaming at yourself throughout the movie? What would be making you pull your hair out of your head, screaming into the screen to stop doing or to start doing? It's like, oh my gosh, is he really gonna sleep into 11 again tomorrow? Like, you're watching yourself sleep in. It's like, get out of bed! Get out of bed! You're working. It's like, no, don't go on your phone. Don't go on your phone. No, don't start scrolling. Like, he's doing it again. Scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on Instagram. Right? And what would you be screaming to tell yourself go and do? And the answer is so obvious. It's so obvious. And I think that's why we don't do it. Because it is so obvious. And you have to want to know the answer. And if you do, it's very easy to attain. You just got to sit down and do this. And I love the Matthew McConaughey one. I don't know if anyone else has ever said this, then I'll give you credit for it. Maybe I picked it up from the ether. I don't know. But I was talking to my friend, and it was the same thing, but a similar analogy, but it digs a little bit deeper because it's a very emotional scene. What would you be Matthew McConaughey behind the bookshelf in your life, right? Where in your life would another you be banging on the bookshelf like the boom, boom, boom?
Don't let me leave, Murph. Don't let me leave, Murph. No!
Like, at what point in your life would you be that Matthew McConaughey behind the bookshelf, right? What's he saying? Don't leave, don't leave, don't leave, right? Where in your life would you constantly find yourself behind the bookshelf, banging on it, telling yourself to go left when you're constantly going right, or the contrary? That's really important, because the answers, and it's the ROI on this is so important because it's such an easy answer. We all know the answer. You probably don't even have to do this to get the answer, but this will create a little bit more depth into the thought, and with more depth, maybe it will give you more of a reason to change. Yeah. The journey. It's a funny one. Your journey's gonna suck. All right? Grow up. It's all right. It's good. And you're gonna face a lot of dragons along the way too. You know, dragons are funny. Because dragons aren't real. That's what's so funny. Dragons aren't actually real, but yet they still guard the thing that we most want. So then you have to ask yourself, is it the dragon that stops you from attaining what you want? Is it the dragon that kills you? Or is it the fear of the dragon? Because I've seen fear 1,000 times, but I've never seen a monster. I haven't done something because of fear 1,000 times, but I've never not done something because of the monster. So is it the monster, or is it the fear of the monster that kills us? And fear is it's a theoretical. It's a woozy. It's hypothetical. It doesn't actually exist. It's all made up in our head. I was scared of the dark until I was 6, and I was a weird kid. I thought like a lot. I'd sit there and just think for hours when I was 3, 4, 5, 6. And it was cope for my ADHD. But I remember I was always so scared of the dark. When the lights were off, I'd run towards the light. And I had a wild imagination, but we all did when we were kids. And some of us still do today. And I remember when I was 6, I was wondering why I was scared of the dark. And it wasn't, and I realized it wasn't that I was scared of the dark, it was that I was scared of the absence of light, because in the absence of light, I compensate with my imagination. Right? When it's light, you see everything there. You can't imagine it to be something else. There's no mystery. It's all there. You see it all. The photons are connecting to your eyes. It's being shot to your brain. You can see it. Your brain doesn't have to compensate with its imagination when everything's light out. I see everything in front of me. But when it's pitch black and you can't see anything, that's when your mind runs wild. That's when your mind fills in the blanks. And that's what fear is. And your mind always over-exaggerates it. The monster, maybe it's not really a monster. Maybe it's just a monster in your head. Or maybe it is. But maybe it's a little bitch of a monster. Maybe the monster's scared of you. And we have to reprogram the neurological pathways in our mind, and you have to do it consciously because everything's conscious until it's not. You want to live in a state of flow, a flow state, unconsciously doing and participating and acting in a certain way in life, because that's when you truly can enter flow state, that Zen-like mode where you're just going and everything's good, but you have to consciously get yourself there. I don't think the dragon exists. Okay, I'll play devil's advocate. Sometimes, yes, the dragon does exist. Very, 0.1% of the time. But this is where setting goals becomes important, right? Because you don't want to set goals for the stars. You want to set goals for the atmosphere, the sky, the moon, and then the planet, and then the stars. Because each time you pick a new fight, you take something with it, you put it in your arsenal, you put it in your tool belt, and that might be the tool that you need for the next one. And losing too many battles is an issue, because at a certain point, you're gonna lose one, and you might not be able to come back from it. And it's more of a law than gravity, that the more you lose, the more you're gonna lose, and the more you win, the more you're going to continue to win. That is literally that is statistically more proven than gravity. And that's why micro wins are important. That's why Jordan Peterson says, make your bed in the morning. You want to pick fights that you have a likely probability of winning. That's going to make you leave your comfort zone a little bit, because you have to grow, you have to go into the unknown. But you don't want to go so far out that you just get slayed every single time. So you want to pick fights with people you got a good chance at winning, or at least a 60-40. Sometimes a 40-60, but most of the time a 60-40. Right? Because you don't want to set them so high that it's like a 90-10 you lose. I used to, I don't like to talk about this stuff. I used to look down at myself. There's a bridge over there. You can't see it and my camera's fixed, but there's a bridge down there. I live in a nice apartment now. A really nice one. One of the nicest ones in my city. And before this, I was in a $200 per month garage with asbestos and black mold, and rainwater would come down and drip on me as I slept from the ceiling because the roof above the garage was concaved. So I would walk every night, and I'd be right on that bridge at the exact spot I'm looking at, and I would look up at this exact apartment, and I would always see myself. And I'd be like, you little fucker. Little bastard, you're up there right now because of me down here. It's not you who got yourself there. Don't fool yourself. Don't boast. Don't get prideful. It's like, no. You're up there because of me now. My life sucks, and I still put in these 18-hour days. I have no friends. I've sacrificed everything. Intimate relationships, friendships, the things I love, hobbies, etc., all of it, so that you could be up there, So don't pat yourself on the back. It's like, don't forget me down here. And this brings me into the point that you're not who you are because of who you are today. You're who you are today because of who you were. You're who you are today because of who you've consistently been for the last 1,000 days. And now, when I'm up here, I look down and I try to have this gratitude and this humility, and it's not easy. But I look at him on the bridge. I look at myself, and I do say, yeah, thanks. Good stuff. Life is as good as you thought it'd be up here. Thanks. It is you down there who got me up here, not me up here. But then I'll see a plane fly by, a jet, and I'll do the same thing. And I'll get distracted with the man on the bridge, and I'll look up at the jet, and I'll see me again. Except he's saying to me now what I'm saying to me on the bridge. He's saying, yep, life on this jet is great. TSA sucks. Thanks, guy on the balcony. Your life was pretty good. You were healthy. Most everyone you loved was healthy. Making way too much money for your age. Your life was good, but you kept putting that work in. You didn't get content, complacent. You didn't relax. You doubled down when not many people would have. And because of that, I get to sit on this jet. And I know I'm going to be on that jet, and I'm going to be like, I didn't get myself here. You did, down on the balcony. And now I carry that burden on the balcony to make sure that I am that guy up there. And this process continues. If you're fat, or if you're any bad position, negative position you are in life, it's like, damn, screw you, old me. Like, you continued to take the easy way out, and because of that, you left me with all this baggage. You left me with these health issues. You left me with this debt. Like, thanks a lot. You were really looking out for me. Just have that foresight. Know that you're going to be there one day. You're going to be that person in the future, and it's going to come sooner than you think. And when you look back, are you going to be thanking yourself now? Or saying, what the fuck, man? Why didn't you care about me now? Are you going to be thanking him for getting you to where you are today? Or are you going to be resentful of him for the place that you're for the place that you're going to be in? Because it starts now. It's like the person you're going to be in a year is the person you're going to start being over the next 999 days. We all take life too seriously. We really do. I think it's the people who don't take life seriously who are the most successful. Because they just don't care. Failure doesn't affect them. Conforming doesn't affect them. Being normal, they don't care. My life's gonna be different, is what they say. Like, I'm not taking this thing too seriously. We're gonna be here and we're gonna be gone. Like, I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna try and create a new path. Live a cool life. Not take things too seriously, but work extremely hard. Like, people all the time, they get so caught up. Like, fear should never exist. If you're in a position where you're fearful, you're stupid. You shouldn't have got yourself there. And then once you're in that position, brother, the fear is not going to help you anymore. The fear is not going to help you. Actually being completely logical, not entering, that flight or flight parasympathetic nervous system part of your brain and body. Like, once you're in a position to be scared of something, brother, the fear doesn't help you anymore. If anything, you should have felt the fear before getting yourself into that situation. I fear getting myself into a shitty situation, so I'm going to proactively not do that. I'm not going to put myself in a position to face a bear unless I got a shotgun in my right hand. And that's true. we like, why do we do this? Like, when something happens in our life, why do you react? Don't react. Like, what could I do now that's going to give me the highest probability of getting out of this situation alive, or making the situation as less bad as it possibly could be, or as good as it possibly could be? Just ask yourself that. People, they trip up in the minutia. They trip up in the reaction of it all. It's like, you should never react. You should be so composed. Like Hannibal Lecter discussing dinner plans. You can't react over things. You gotta be even killed. Don't get high on your highs. Don't get low on your lows. It's not going to do anything for you. It's only going to cluster your brain. It's only going to create fog. It's only going to make the sky cloudy. You're not going to have clear vision once you start reacting. Because once you start reacting, that's emotional chemicals. And once your emotions come in, now you're not logical. And when you're not logical, you're not giving yourself the best probability to create the best out of the situation. You should never change for anybody. You should never change for anyone. I see a lot of times when a guy starts dating a girl, he changes. She changes him. She doesn't know she's changing him. She thinks she's changing him the way she wants him to change. Don't change. Why would you change? You didn't even know the girl. She was a stranger, and she caught feelings for you, liked you, became obsessed with you for the person you were when you met her. And now you're gonna change? Why would you? She began liking you. She began liking a stranger for the person you were. You should never change from that person. You should only become more of that person. Obviously, if you have some terrible qualities, yes, you should change those, clearly. Like, obviously. But you should become more of the person you were. If you were going to the gym, you should go to the gym more. If you were working a lot, you should work more and become more successful. And obviously there's a time and place, like, yes, you need to obviously mature in the relationship. And when you have kids, things do change. But a lot of times women will change the man. And then they'll leave the man because they didn't realize that they were changing him into the person who he wasn't when she met the guy. And now she's like, wait, no, I don't like this guy. I like the guy I met, but he changed. And a lot of that comes from emasculization, because it's within a woman's biological imperative to emasculate a man. It is. They don't do it on purpose, women. You don't do it on purpose, but you do. Like, a man is full of testosterone. He's a beast. He's going to war. And then, now he's cuddling with a girl watching a movie. And he's like, let me rub your feet. Let me make you a tea. Let me do this. And it's like, you do become emasculated. Let me hold your purse. I'm not saying you shouldn't do these things. You should. But it's going to emasculate you. And that's why you have to be very careful. And then at a certain point, you become so emasculated, the woman's not even attracted to you anymore. And that's why you have to be very careful. Don't switch up on your principles. Don't switch up on your activities, your hobbies, your routine when you meet someone. And this goes for a guy or anyone in your life. You shouldn't change for anyone. Like, they should like you for who you are, because you're either going to have an internal or an external dichotomy. If you meet someone and you're faking it on the outside, then on the outside, you're going to have this external dichotomy of you're doing things you don't actually like. And why would you do things you don't actually like doing? So that someone likes you. And you'll have an internal dichotomy to the contrary. Don't change for anyone. If they like you, they like you. And if they do like you, they like you for who you were when they met you. So changing, that's a curveball to them. Life's difficult. It ain't getting much easier. And that's why I do say smell the roses when they come by, because life's hard. We've all heard it. Everyone we know is gonna die. Like, if you're healthy, if the people you love are healthy, if like there's not any crazy thing going on in your life, like, dude, you should be so happy. You should truly enjoy that. Even if there's not any big external event that is amazing or whatnot, like you should be enjoying it. Because there is going to be a day when things are going to suck, and you are going to look back at the times when maybe they weren't great, but they didn't suck, and you're going to wish you could go back to them. And always ask yourself, what would the man on the rocking chair do? The man on my rocking chair? Me in 70 years? He would give up every B he has, every $1 billion, everything to have like one more conversation, a 2-minute phone call with my dad. So it's like, oh, so I value a 2-minute phone call with my dad at billions of dollars. Why would I not put that same valuation on it now? The guy in the rocking chair would tell me to, right? And this goes for anything. What would he be telling you? What if the guy in the rocking chair was constantly watching you live in a cinematic movie sense? It's like, what would he be, at the end of the day, what would he, if you sat down with him, what would he be telling you? Anyways, to wrap this up, this morning little rant. It's okay if you don't enjoy the journey. Because just know, if you're not enjoying it, you're probably going to enjoy it one day. And if you're really enjoying it, you might not enjoy it so much, looking back on it. And obviously there's nuance there. But enjoy the journey. Don't let fear become the monster. If there's a monster, there's a monster. And go fight it. And make sure you're equipped to fight it. But unless you can see it with your own eyes, don't give it anything. Because it's all made up in your head. It's just fear. Don't let fear be the monster. And if you stop letting fear be the monster, you might just stop believing in monsters. Don't change for anyone. Constantly look at yourself. Look at yourself from the movie lens. Look at yourself from behind the bookshelf. And scream at yourself a little bit. What would you be doing wrong? Intuition. Don't trust your intuition unless it's worth trusting, unless it has a track record of being correct. Intuition is built. We all have an intuition. We all have a gut feeling. But only some of us should actually trust ours. It's something that's built through overthinking and being logical and dissecting different scenarios. And you should build an intuition because you want to have a gut that is worth trusting. And don't forget that the thing you want the most is behind the thing you're most scared to confront. So always confronting the thing that you're most scared of is always going to be beneficial. My father used to say when I was younger, if you ever feel scared of anything, you need to take that thing and you need to lock yourself in a box with it and you need to punch it in the face until it's dead. And it's true. And when you come out, the thing you've been looking for might just be there.